The Flames, organizationally, haven't been good since when?
Consistently, the early 90s. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. And the 04 run, I'm proud to be part of it. I'm 100. It's my fondest of memories. It was a fluke. Not in a fluke that it was just every game was fluky and we didn't try and work our asses off. It was an absolute fluke that Miikka Kiprusoff fell into our hands. And without Miikka Kiprusoff, you would have had another decade of shit.
Wouldn't have made the playoffs.
And you maybe needed to suffer that and realize, oh, we can't operate this way. We can't hope and pray that these one-off random seasons where we have a run of success but do nothing in the playoffs and then fall off again, right? It's a continual roller coaster. It's organizationally. It's been 30 years of it. You can't say that it's not bad luck. It's an organizational miss. They've never built anything. They've not built shit. Nothing. The 04 run was not a build. It was a random event that their number one goalie got hurt and they had to make a trade because their backup goalie even got hurt, and they happened to get a superstar, all-star, perhaps Hall of Fame caliber goaltender in return.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing that's kept this franchise afloat.
The problem I have as well is that when they do run into trouble and it's time to replace a coach or a GM, it's always the bargain bin. Like Daryl's the outlier here. When do they ever go out and get established top 10 at their craft type people? Like, I like Treliving. I think he's had to deal with a lot of, shitty hands dealt to him. The Bill Peters one, who could have seen that coming? Not to mention some other things. And, the owner probably likes to get in the way of a lot of things happening. Ken King always wanted to hear what was going on in green light stuff. But, he's a first-time GM. 3 of the last 5 coaches have been first-time head coaches, if I'm correct. They went out and paid Daryl finally, but it's why are you always starting fresh and letting people make their first mistakes running your team? Tree, I think, will be a GM again if it's not here next year, and I think he'll do a good job, but everyone's going to be better as they do the job longer. And you're still running out Gulletson and Jeff Ward and trying to sell us that these are actually solid candidates, not just cheap options. This organization has a problem right from the top.
Yeah, it's part of the reason they have cheap options because they don't want to double down on paying too high-end coaches. They fire a guy. You're not going to fire Daryl and bring in another $5 million coach. You get $10 million. That's why I don't know what Daryl makes, but I'm just saying we're going to spend $10 million a year on coaching.
They don't want to spend 4 on coaching. Why would they spend? Yeah, when Hartley was on payroll, Gulletson made peanuts. When Peters was on payroll, Jeff Ward made peanuts. There's a track record here.
Give me an example of an organization that never had to build something.
They all do
to be successful. Right. Like Chicago was shit, and I'm not saying it doesn't even always work out. Buffalo's been shit for a long time, but how many playoffs series have we won? Clearly, Buffalo hasn't made the playoffs, which is worse. But how many playoff series have we won in the history with the Sabres haven't made the playoffs? 1?